Grand evening, grand evening. It's kind of late at night. It's about 10 p.m. in southern Texas, in the area suburbs of Houston. I'm out in my food forest. This is one of 3 parts of my food forest, and as you can hear the water running, you can hear the water running, more water running for a reason. And the reason is, I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But look at my dwarf jackfruit trees. They're doing very well, doing good. There's my sour sop. As you can see, I trimmed it. I trimmed all these leaves off because I want the sour sop to continue to grow up. So it's good to trim your leaves when you have juvenile trees as they grow up. And this sour sop has beautiful new leaves. Look at those beautiful new leaves. Look at that. Everything's going good on this side of the food forest. And that water you're hearing is from my aquaponics system that I added here. The one that was inside, I made some changes to it. I added a new grow bed. And I'm going to show you the grow bed here in a minute as this continues to be ran. I'm running this. I normally run this for 24 hours before I fill it with hydrogen clay or lava and plants, because I want to make sure the drainage is working right. And the drainage on this is working very well. As you can see here, this is a new grow tub, and everything you see here I make myself. I don't buy this stuff. Everything here I buy from a supply store. I do all my own designs, my own plumbing, and I make my own aquaponics systems out of stuff you can buy at any hardware store, from Walmart to Home Depot to Lowe's. And I design my own system. There's the fish tank back here, and it's a 60-gallon barrel that I made into a fish tank with plumbing and all that. My own plumbing design. There's 2 10-gallon Rubbermaid tanks that are 2 different filters that run into this very good tub. This is a 40-gallon tub, and I have another tub under it, which is a livestock small watering tank as a sump. And as you can hear, the water is running into the grow bed, filling it up. And what I've added into the grow bed here, I've added a 12-inch bell siphon. That's a big bell siphon. That's 12 inches because this tub is about I say about 14 inches deep. So I wanted a smaller tub for this area. Don't have a lot of space here, and I wanted a deep tub so I can give the plants more give them more vertical space to grow down and up. So I've done that, and I can easily add about 4 to 6 plants in this tub. I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow. And what you're going to see now is you're going to see this baby dump. You're going to see water come out that bell siphon at the bottom right here. It's going to start coming out, and then it's going to flood that whole bell siphon real fast. You're going to see that. I designed all this myself, and I designed this to have a more faster dump for the grow bed. I wanted my dump to be more faster, to be more cleaner. I didn't want my dump to get stuck to where it's just stuck in one mode and water's going in and coming out, and it's not dumping. It's not dumping all the way down and going back up. So I did some more DIY my thinking with DIYs and see how I can make it dump faster. I created a way to make this dump faster by adding a second pump into the sump and having that water second pump pumping the sump all the way up to here. So you have one coming from the fish tank to the 2 filters, and down here You have one there, and then you have one coming from the sump. This gives it more water. This means a lot faster flush, and it's starting right now. There it goes, starting to flush. I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can watch this. And there it goes, there it goes. In case it goes real fast, as you can see all that water coming out of the grow bed automatically. All this happens automatically. I got it set to maybe once every half an hour. It's dumping the grow bed out. It's a beautiful thing to watch something work that you designed. Perfect flush. Perfect. All the water is now going down in the grow bed, and it's going to empty out again. And this is how a bell siphon works. This is how a fill and drain grow bed works with a bell siphon. And this is how your plants are not, they don't get waterlogged. They get oxygen, and they get fresh organic nitrate from the fish. And they get plenty of oxygen because when this rains, all those roots are saturated with oxygen again, and then it fills back up again. So as this continues to drain, as you can see, what I did was to make it shut off faster when it gets to the bottom, I added a air hose to my bell siphon. I drilled a hole in it, put the air hose in there about half an inch. I siliconed around it. I ran the air hose down to the bottom, almost to the bottom. So when this drains, what will happen is the end of the air hose, when it gets to the bottom, it's covered with water, no oxygen. Oxygen will hit that. Oxygen will run all the way up to the bell siphon, and it'll shut this off even faster. It'll knock it off even faster, so it can start to fill back up again. That's the reason for that air hose. It's like more security to make this shut off real fast at the bottom and fill back up again while keep running. Because you don't want this to keep running. You want it to fill up and go down. Fill up and go down. So as you can see, the water's at the bottom now. It's hitting the bottom, and we are done dumping in the sump. So what's going to happen? It's going to fill back up again, and in about 30 more minutes, it'll go down again. So I didn't want to do this so late, but this is my little schedule today. I've been kind of busy today, so, and I've been running this all day, and that's how this system works. With the new grow bed on here and me adding a second pump in here, this system works better than it did before when I had it in the garage. So now all I have to do now is, this system has been running for a whole day. It's been running perfect. Now I can add the goldfish from the aquaponics system number 1. I'm going to put the bigger koi fish in that 60-gallon tank. So they'll go in that 60-gallon tank, and I'll add some more plants in here from aquaponics number 2, and I'll add some plants in here to grow out more. So the koi will be in there only temporarily until I find them back a home, and I'll probably give them back to the pet store like I told him. I bought those koi to get my system started because my bluegill were not big enough and the koi were bigger, a little bit bigger. So, you know, the koi will go back to the pet store, and they're beautiful koi too. The koi actually worth some money, but I'm going to give them back to the pet store in a little while once this system gets all started, and then I'll be adding bluegill in this system also. So right now it's filling back up again. It'll come all the way back up to the top and it'll dump again. So everything's doing good out here. This nice cool I think I'm gonna say Tuesday. Look at all these beautiful blueberries. I've been eating the ones that have been ripe, so looking good. Everything's growing great on this side of my food forest. Now that I have the aquaponics tank back here, this side is basically all done. And I also, as you noticed before, I added 2 small tanks. I'm going to be adding water lilies in both of these tanks. Here's a tank right here, and here's another tank right here, a bigger tank right here that'll have lily pads in them. There will be no fish in here, just lily pads. I have an air stone to keep the water going and everything. That's how you keep mosquitoes away. Mosquitoes don't like moving water. So, and I might add some small fish in here, so forth, depending on my food forest cats. So far they haven't tried to get in them. With the small fish, with the lily pads growing, they won't be able to reach them anyway. So, and then plus the small fish will help get any little mosquitoes that actually try to live in here, which they really can't. They'll be eaten by the small fish. So, as you can see, this is what I wanted to do on this side of my food forest. It's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Can you hear it? Just be quiet, y'all, and just listen. Hear that water? The water, beautiful trees, the scenery. Very peaceful, orderly food forest on this side of my house. This is how I want it. It's nice to sit out here and listen to the water, watch the trees. It's very peaceful. And by the way, this system is also ran by a 12 volt 100 amp, that's 1200 watts DIY solar power generator that I made. That is running all these pumps, these 2 pumps, and these 2 water pumps, my fault, and 1 air pump. That's running this system all on solar. It's all off grid. Everything's off grid right here. More food coming. More aquaponics coming right here. And I still have a whole lot more aquaponics to do. I have 2 systems in the back that are up. I have 2 more to build, 2 more large ones to build in the back. And I have 1 more of these to build. So the journey still continues. And I'm showing you guys, you can grow a ton of food aquaponically. You can have an orchard, you can have aquaponics all that in a suburban garden, a urban garden, or on a large homestead. But if you have a urban garden, or you live in a home inside the city, or you live in the suburbs like I do, I don't live in the city, I live in the suburbs, which is Park City, you can have a ton of food growing aquaponically. A ton of food. More than you can eat. So, you guys have a nice night. Everything's running good. I got to put the lids back on these two. Everything's running great. I got to add the koi fish in here to get the system going with nice organic fertilizer and plant in here and get beautiful plants growing in here. And you'll see that here soon. Have a nice night. Remember, at the end of the day, we got to save ourselves. Ain't nobody coming to save us.